Namaste, welcome back. In the previous video I was explaining that I'm gonna start a cycle to speak a little bit about Navaratri, this Indian festival that is in fact starting soon. In our calendar it will start on the 22nd of March and it's going to go for 9 nights. So basically Navaratri means 9 nights and is connected with the goddess Durga, the feminine aspect of the divine, under the form of Durga. If you look on internet, you'll see Durga is riding a tiger, and she is a very strong aspect of the divine. So why is it relevant for us, and how can we benefit from it? That will be slowly developed in those lectures. Why is it relevant for us? Because you can say, okay, I'm interested with yoga and meditation, but you know, this is a Hindu festival. I'm kind of born in West and I like yoga, but why do I should connect with this Hindu festival? Well, the interest of all this celebration in India is that they are deeply connected with cycles of time. The yogis have noticed, the tantric yogis have noticed that some time of the year, sometimes of some cycle, the lunar cycle and other cycles, the cycles of the planet in general, are more beneficial for the spiritual practice. So this Navaratri, this two celebration of Durga during the year, are a very specific time to increase purification process. It helps you to purify the different levels of your being. It helps you to purify it at the physical level. It helps you to purify at the emotional level. It helps you to purify it at the mental level. So it's a process basically of purification of the Shakti in you. So just to briefly introduce this concept of Shiva and Shakti, in Tantra, in Indian Tantra, two of the main illustration, embodiment of a principle of polarity of plus and minus are Shiva and Shakti. Shiva is the kind of divine masculine, it's just the pure witness consciousness, just witnessing everything without being involved. And Shakti is the pure energy, that is the dynamic form, always in movement, always moving, always changing, always. This is this dynamic part of ourselves. So in us, if you can say, when we kind of perceive the world, what is Shiva? Shiva is just the pure consciousness, unaffected by the world. And the world itself is all the rest, is Shakti. Basically, all sensation, our emotion and our thought are part of Shakti. And they are coming, they are rising, and they are disappearing. And then they rise again. They maintain for a certain while and disappear. So this is the flow of impermanence. Shakti is this flow, this continuous flow of things coming, passing by. And our great suffering is that we kind of identify to this flow. We kind of think this is us, this is what we are, the sensation, the emotion, and the thought. So why, again, Navaratri has any kind of relevance for us as a meditation practitioner, as a person wanting to be a little bit more happy in this life? Well, those dates, those specific dates of Navaratri, it could be the one that is coming soon from the 22nd till the 30th of March, or the one more in the fall. Those time of the year, those two cycles are very specific to help you to purify your being. So it will help you, in fact, as I said before, to purify the three levels: the physical level, the emotional level, and the mental level. And what does it mean? It means that it helps you to bring a little bit more space between you and those phenomena of sensation, phenomena of emotion, and phenomena of thought. It brings a little bit of distance, and it helps you eventually to start to turn the attention more inward, to start to reconnect with the deeper self, meaning our true self, what we call the Buddha nature or Shiva or whatever. Doesn't really matter how you call it. So through this cycle, if we start to pay more attention to that, we can achieve much more result in our purification, much more result into looking at ourselves. So that's why those festivals are there, and they are very, very beneficial, especially if you are yourself involved in spirituality and you know about it. Then you can use consciously those cycles. There is many such a cycle in spirituality that are recognized. You have obviously just a general cycle of the moon. New moon and full moon are very beneficial for meditation, especially the closer you are from the exact time of new moon and full moon. Then you have the equinoxes, then you have the solstices, then there is like so many of those cycles, and you find those cycles also recognized in different traditions. Like in Christianism, we have Christmas, we have Easter, you have all these cycles that are kind of there for helping to celebrate some specific moment related with that religion. But as I said, the great advantage of a lunar-based calendar, like the Indian tantric calendar, the Indian Hindu calendar, or the Tibetan calendar, is that they, as being connected more with the lunar cycle and also being aware of all the other cycles of all the other planets at the same time, they kind of put more in exert this time of what we call hiatus, this moment where it's really beneficial to do spiritual practice. Why? Simply because those moments are amplified. These are moments where the energy is amplified, and when you use those amplified energies, you can achieve much more result. So this comes from a deep knowledge, understanding of the cycles of the universe, or the flow of nature, of the element in nature. By looking at nature, the yogi have discovered that, wow, there is these cycles, and if I use this cycle, I can get more result in my spiritual practice. So this is the reason about that. So that was a kind of a little bit of a step further into why there would be an interest into Navaratri. And later on I will continue to give you eventually more information about the symbolism of Navaratri, and more information about what could we do also to benefit from that. I also intend in the next video to speak a little bit more about a specific lineage called the Shiva Tantra lineage. It's a form of traditional Tantra, meaning right-hand Tantra lineage, that use a lot all this knowledge of Shakti, and that give a very important place in their practice to the Navaratri. Navaratri is one of the main time for practices in this lineage. There is a lot of importance, and I will speak a little bit about that, showing you eventually some pictures of what is done in this lineage to help even more amplify and benefit from those practices and those auspicious times. So thank you for your attention, and see you soon.